Okay. Hello, welcome. Uh, Due to the streaming issues I've been having with the settings and my limited knowledge and how all this stuff works, I've been fiddling with the settings all day and or so on. And we're going to be doing a bit of a different stream tonight, just so that I can try and see whether the settings as they are at the moment will work properly. We might continue with the Kolek campaign, depending on how this goes, but I'm giving myself a night to sort of test things and, just abort if everything's going wrong. However, that doesn't mean that we won't be doing anything interesting, because we're going to be having a look at Araby again, which has had significant updates since I last played as them. I've done a few tests on my own, just in offline broadcast mode or whatever it's called in OBS, enable bandwidth test mode, and it seems to work fine. I wasn't really skipping any frames or frames missed due to rendering lag, so it seems like it's better than what it was. I think the settings are about the same as they usually are. 720p by 30 frames per second, because that's about as good as I can get it for my aging CPU graphics card. Anything else there? I don't know. This is apparently what OBS recommends for my system, so I'm going to take its word for it. Quality might be actually a little bit better, because I'm streaming at a higher bitrate than I usually do, 3000. Because apparently that's not really tied to the CPU, that's more tied to your internet. And my internet connection's not that bad. Ugh. Ah, geez. Yeah, you get up one morning and you just have a bit of a sore back. It's a pain. Literally and figuratively. So yes. Anyway, enough bumbling around. We're going to be looking at Araby. And side effect of these changes means that I'm no longer able to pause the recording, which is something I really liked being able to do, because it meant if I took an unexpected break, I would be able to just pause the recording. As it is, I would maybe have to leave breaks in the middle of the video, or I have to spend several hours editing the video afterward. A bit of a pain. But apparently having it the same as having this quality same as stream, so that it's less of a load on your CPU. Araby! Sultan Jafar. You can see it's got a new icon up there. And he looks like this. Also. Immune to desert attrition. Minus 25 diplomatic relations with Tomb Kings. With diplomatic power reserve plus 10. Minus 40 diplomatic relations with Bretonians. Plus 25% income from trade tariffs. Bretonian hatred. Arabians loathe the Crusader infidels, and though minor agreements are possible, any sort of alliance is simply not. Well-rounded roster with cheap infantry, magic, and dangerous creatures, though morale is difficult to maintain. I feel that should be magical. But yes. You see, they've got some new artwork for their loading screen. Previously, they had a picture of the Jezzails. Not all the changes are in at the moment. Are in just yet. I don't think there's any camelry, I believe the term was, in there yet. But, we'll be able to have a look at the other new units which have been added. 25% tariff is useless. Yeah. I am kind of inclined to agree. Trade just doesn't make much of the income for a faction. Why don't I try lizards? Lizardmen? Possibly. There's not that many mods which cover the lizardmen, and I like to, I tend to look at a mod but rather than the base game, but, there's a few actually. I think there's Teto Echo, which is a, skink priest. I think there's also another Slan added. I have played a bit of Gorok. It's fun. Tends to be a bit easy, though, because you're, the lizardman troops are really tough compared to everyone around them. But I should certainly do some lizardmen if there's any specific requests for any of them in particular. Never really played as Krogar. I tend to like to start as Lizardman in Lustria. I played Tehenuin when it first came out, but I was always more focused on the Skaven side of that one. Early game red crested skink, late game dino. You're just like, you mean like stick to just skinks and dinosaurs? Make no use of Saurus or Croxigor. I mean, I've done like themed playthroughs. The Forest Goblins is a major one that comes to mind at the moment. I think someone's working on a mod which adds a bunch of variant units for Clan Pestilence, which would be interesting. So that you have a few more troop choices to choose from. If you want to play as them, rather than just like Plague Monks, Plague Censer Bearers, Plague Claw Catapults, Plague Priests, and Lord Skrulk. You could use Temple Guard though. Not too fit for Saurus. Or I can run Salamanders. I suppose it goes to say how little I've played as the Lizardman that I've not really used Salamanders that much, or even the Razordons. I have heard the Razordons aren't necessarily that good. I fiddled with them a bit. I think the Salamanders are pretty got like a like a lobbed fireball shot, which is pretty good against massed infantry. Razordons are good at hitting air. Or cavalry. Okay. Are they anti-large, or it's just like a high quantity of shots which just deals more damage against larger entities? Because multiple shots are hitting them. They're not excelling at killing infantry. Araby. Okay. You'd think Razordons would be good against infantry, because you'd imagine them to be like a spike shotgun. Was it around the other way on the tabletop? I don't know. I never played as Lizardmen. I do have some Lizardmen models. Ah. Loading. Not shotgun, it's more like a steroid blowpipe. Okay. Okay. So, like the blowpipe on the oh, what is it? Is it a Stegodon? Or something like that with the skinks on it, with the blowpipes which can fire multiple shots against infantry or something? Or just fire multiple shots? The Blessed Stegodon? Something like that. Basically. Okay. Lord's better than Salamander. It hit Cavern Monster. Better. Okay. Also, there's the Croxigor, what are they called? The ones with the power fists. I haven't used them. Okay. Salamanders are just better at killing infantry and better at killing a single mortal monster. Okay, right. Okay, so yes, here we are as Araby. Once again, Sacred Croxical, that's what they are. Here we are as Araby. We have Sultan Jafar, who now sounds like a person instead of a beastman, if you remember when I last played it. I think our troops still sound like Chaos guys.
The trees tell me much. Quiet. Listen.
I have to remember all the changes made to them. I have played a little bit of the newer Araby in my own time, and we're going to have to be quite quick, because Bretonia gets kind of ridiculous pretty quickly. Even just down here. So yeah, he's got Serpent Staff, Black Book of Ibn Nagazar. Did he have them before? I think he did. A Spiritual of Evil. Yeah, I don't think any of this has changed. Particularly. He's got Law of Shadows and the Law of Death. Quite nice. And a normal yellow tree. A shorter red tree. Speed plus 7%. Vigor loss reduction. Sand Dwellers again. Immune to desert attrition. I think we've already got that. So I think that's the same, because I seem to remember saying that the first time I had a look at them. Rally and stand your ground. Okay, we've got the Arabian warriors. A lot of the changes for these units are more visual than stat-wise or function-wise. Jezzails have changed. I think they deal less damage now. Because before they were a bit too powerful. But they're still sniper, you know, strider, stalking sniper units, which is pretty good.
Jade Wizard.
Melee skill was a laugh. With those stats. I did see mentions that Jafar is surprisingly good at melee. He's got 61 melee attack and 55 melee defense. That's
You need fire?
that's pretty good for a mage. Yeah, 25, 30. So, he doesn't have a mount though. And that's something which we're going to see, because we've got new mounts for our lords now. The 30 armor won't work. No, it's a bit low. You just do anti-large though. Bonus versus large 20. 330 armor piercing and 140 weapon damage. I think his model's also changed. He's not as pale as he was. I've got a mod which should add like a little glowy effect around his feet, but I don't know whether it's working properly. Okay, so yeah, we've got Jezzails, Arabian Bowmen, Cataphracts, which are pretty much the same. Shock Cavalry with good charge, high armor. We're able to pull out of combat a bit better. Arabian Flying Carpets, that's a completely new unit. Sorcerers of Araby have perfected the art of binding aerial spirits into physical forms, not at least of which is the famous Flying Carpets. These are very impressive looking. They have 10% missile resistance, 10% magic resistance, resilience, yeah. Vanguard deployment, fire while moving, and Bloodhowl. 80 armor, 75 leadership, 105 speed. They're a flying unit of 12 people. 34, 37, 24, 58 charge bonus, 18 ammunition, magical shots, 175 range, and 51 missile damage. 8 of which is armor piercing. That's pretty nice. And we've got the Grand Bombard here. The Grand Bombard is made for one purpose only, the utter destruction of enemy defenses. So, this is another new unit. There's a fair bit of debate of how much gunpowder units Araby should have, because it sort of mentioned that they do have it, but at the same time, it wasn't part of their army list. But there's bits of law which mentioned that they make use of it, but perhaps not much of it. And so the Bombard was added, as it says, sort of just to deal with walls. It's slow. It's reload time is 30 seconds. But, you know, if you've got to get through a wall, the Grand Bombard is pretty good at that. Pretty terrible stats for melee, but what would you expect? So yeah. What else do we have? Swordsmen, Arabian Guards. I don't think they've changed. A lot of the appearance of units has changed a lot. This is something I mentioned at one point also. I have a mod which adds landmarks to the game. But this mod, Ovian Lost Factions, also adds the Palace of the Great Sultan as a unique building for Araby. So we end up with 2 of them. Though they're different. I think this is the one which is added by Ovian. Which is probably a bit more useful for us than this one. I mean, the income increase is nice. Public order is nice. And to sandstone slabs. Also got a nice icon here for our provincial capital. And I got a butcher if I try to pronounce these names. Caravan stop. Get Arabian Knights. Sultan's racetrack for cataphracts and elephants. Sultan's safari for dune scorpions and war elephants. Our arsenal here gets ballista, field trebuchet, and grand bombard. So we actually got a nice sort of variety of artillery there. It's nice that we've got field trebuchet and also a bombard. So Arabian Guard isn't bad. You hate gun, can we go melee? I do like to keep a balance. I don't want to go too heavy on ranged attacks. So, I mean, we don't really have any... we don't have handgunners. We've got Jezzails. But that's about it. Other than that, we've got the Lbrahim Nomads. Which are... I think they're kind of like the Wood Elf archer units. What are they called? Way Watchers or whatever. I don't know how they compare exactly, though. Tuareg Riders, Bedouin Scouts. These are planned, I think, eventually to be actual camels. To be riding camels rather than horses. Tribal Assembly, Southland Warriors, and Arabian Ogres. And also a giant up the top there. We have our mages. Amber, Light. Dervishes are over here as well. Amethyst Wizard and the Flying Carpets. And the Ifrit. Which I think there's plans on maybe changing the models for them as well. Chaos Roby was fiddling around with things. Nothing finished just yet. Caspar. Walls. All of our... This is something I noticed when I tried it myself. All of our garrison is in the main building. So we don't need to build walls. They just give us bonuses to defense. Landed Estate. Grand Yassir. Slave Market. Get Sharkus Slaves and Pit Fighters. Public Order Building. And Toll Gates. So yes. Now, as I mentioned, the main problem is going to be Bretonia. Because they're going to get all up in our face pretty quickly. Kofa over here with Rapunzel de Leoness. Knights of the Flame down here with Morgan of the Flame. Primarily, though.
You know who I am.
Sir John Tierwald up here with Knights of Origo.
Defender of the weak.
Along with Don Domingio. So they start with a pretty good army, and
Honor before glory.
So?
we could probably first turn go here, recruit some units, second turn go here, and then attack. Maybe the Fire Jin could carry the battle for us. I want to get them as quickly as possible, because when I might test one, if you leave them for too long, we could possibly go down to Kofa. We need to get this. We also have El Calabad down here, which we should do something with. Good thing that I remembered that's there. But it's really disconnected from everywhere else. So let's get the slave traders, and we'll get the guardhouse. Okay. We've also got the slave mechanics now. So we can collect slaves after a battle, but I don't think any of our buildings actually increases the amount of money we get from slaves. I don't know whether slaves generate income on their own, or whether you need to have a building which says, like, you know, per 100 slaves you get 10 gold. So, well, I suppose we'll have a look and see how that's going.
By the comet.
We've also got Karis here. We don't have a technology tree yet, so we'll just start researching steam drills and watch as it never gets finished.
What?
Let me see. Yep. You can go into his army.
Our paths have crossed.
Spearmen and archers. Or should I bother upgrading that to get some warriors?
Lord
What have they
of
got?
Britonia.
Battle Pilgrims, Growl Relique, Blessed Field Trebuchet. And Firus. Foot Squires, Men-at-Arms, Spearmen-at-Arms, Ezra Bowman, Knights of the Realm.
The trees tell me much.
Cataphracts are pretty good, but I think Knights of the Realm are anti-large, aren't they? Yes they are. Though that's a problem.
Orders.
We also have Arabian Corsairs, which are pretty good against infantry. Suppose get one of each.
Battle wizard.
I'll go there. Go
I
here.
walk this earth.
And get that. There we go. Do I want to demolish the barracks and get something else? For the moment, no, we shouldn't, because we're recruiting. Well, I want to upgrade it. Yeah, upgrade it. Okay, end turn. And we'll see how we go in attacking Pyrus next turn. I'm looking at my stats here, and they seems to be going pretty well. I haven't skipped any frames due to encoding lag. There's a few frames due to rendering lag, but it's holding on pretty well. The bitrate should be better than what it was. I don't know what's changed. Maybe I just had it set up really in a really inefficient way, and the programs just set it to a way it's like, no, do it like this. It's better. And I'm like, okay. I've used computers my whole life, but I don't really understand the technical details of them. Do I want to spend another turn? That's the thing, it's like, if I spend more turns recruiting units, they're just going to be recruiting more units as well, and
Valiant Lord.
the situation doesn't become better. It just becomes worse.
Jade wizard.
What is the djinn? I can't actually see what the djinn is. He calls us fear. Spirit leech. You have flaming attacks. I think I'll wait one more turn. I'll get 2 Arabian Corsairs. Because they're anti-infantry, we're going to have to hack through men-at-arms. And then we'll attack Firus. We can knock a hole in the wall with our grand Bombard. And, deal with them that way. I just want to get rid of Firus as early as possible. So that we don't get, you know, dogpiled by the Bretonian factions here. Because they hate us. And we hate them.
Whispers.
Okay. Declare war. Yep.
Time.
The Green Knight will come. No, he won't.
Their life is mine.
Yeah. 3 Battle Pilgrims. Growl Relique, Peasant Bowman, Knights of the Realm, Blessed Field Trebuchet. Well. Do I feel good about this? Not really. Don't really have a choice. That's not too bad. Be able to focus on one area. Knock a hole through the wall there or something. Okay. If we don't succeed, well, I'll just reload. Oh, I see them, the Bretonians. Yes, I see them. In their gilded towers with their shiny banners and their glittering horses. Tosh! Tosh and gaudy nonsense, I say. Yet those horses are pretty. Marcus Leibnitz, General of the 4th Wissenland Division. I like the appearance of Jafar now. He's not as, pale as he was before. I think there's also unique ship models for traversing the sea for Araby in the works. Very nice. Also, I learned something interesting today. Apparently the Sirens and the Banshees use the same model base as the Can Wraiths. They use the same animation set. I thought they were two completely different units, but nope, apparently they're based on the same one. So you can have Banshee, you can get Can Wraiths to have the animations of the Banshees. Sirens. How about that? Okay. Gamble. Gambling never pays. Well. Screw you, Renald. We'll have a look at the units afterwards. But we'll definitely have to look at the Bombard. It looks fantastic. Get there. Align yourself like that. Like that. Yeah, guys are still calling about chaos and all that. Ah, well. And there we go. Our cataphracts. Our flying carpets. Oh, man. And our Bombard. So, our spears. You'll notice they look quite a bit different than they did. They've only got some of them only have the robes now, whereas other ones actually have chainmail shirts. They have much more of a uniformed look to them, which I really like. Let's just look at them from a distance because they're loud. But yeah, they've got the nice detailed shields still. And I think their spears are based on the Nehekaran spears? Yeah. But they've got more of a disciplined look to them. Before they had a whole bunch of different coloured robes, which was very colourful, but it didn't really look appropriate for an army. These are our swords. Yep. They've got different shields. These bronze-coloured ones. And these ones there. Which, I like that. It's got a, like, lighting baked into it, which is a bit odd looking. But it's a nice design. Might be off-center slightly. Maybe. But yeah, they've got... Most of them have chainmail shirts. I think there's also some champions in the squad. Looks very fancy. There's yeah, they've added some face wraps to the models, which don't look at them too closely because it's just the texture on the face. So his mouth is actually there, but looks quite good. We have the Arabian Corsairs, look appropriately piratey. You got little fezzes. And there's actually some, like, I suppose Empire people mixed up in there, which is pretty nice. You know, the crew of a ship is from all different places. Sultan Jafar. He's supposed to have a glowy effect around his feet, as I mentioned. I don't know what's happened to that. I think I have the mod active, but yeah, he looks much better than he did, I think. What else? the Jezzails. I think the Jezzails have a new gun in the works. Maybe? There's a gun made for the Jezzails which are on camels. They have like a different one. And I don't know whether they plan on, the modders plan on adding them to these Jezzail units, but I rather like the model for this. But I think the other one's based off of the Empire rifle. I don't know what I think about this helmet. But it looks pretty cool. Our archers, actually they're wearing blue, which is nice to differentiate them from the green from the frontline troops. They're also much quieter, so I can actually spend my time looking at them. Ah. Our Bright Wizard, I think he's got a different back cape, doesn't he? Cataphracts, they look the same as far as I can remember. There was a nice texture I saw for another unit which had a nice barding effect for the Cataphracts. What do you call it? Barding? Horse mantle? So, long ass gun. It is very long! I think that's what Jezzails were like. They were just like really long rifled, really long barreled guns. Here's the, what's it called? The Flying Carpets, which is phenomenal, frankly. If you look at, if you know about limitations of the modeling, there's a bit of a... So, okay. Now, obviously, in base game, there's no thing to base off of a flying carpet from, right? So, this is technically a flying cavalry unit, but the animations have been changed. I suppose to be based off of the ground units, the ground cavalry, and the horses replaced with a carpet. But the model has also been modified so that they're kneeling on the carpet, rather than with their legs like they're straddling a horse, which is this is very impressive. They've got nice, colourful carpets, which is quite cool. But yeah, these are as we saw before, they are like a mixture of ranged vanguard harassers and melee attackers. They're not actually that bad in melee, I believe. And what's it called? Grand Bombard. Another custom model. Very nice detailing on the barrel there. It's basically what a bombard is like in real life. Just a massive cannon on a wooden structure. I think it uses the base of Queen Bess probably, but yeah. It's what it is. It's a massive cannon. Used for demolishing walls. Okay. Let us start. And you can attack the wall. Go over here. Just so that you don't get shot by the towers. Boom! Bam! 9 points of damage to the wall with one shot. That's pretty nice. It will take a while to get through that wall though, because they do have a 30-second reload time. Now, I might want to go and harass their Blessed Field Trebuchet with my flying carpets. Go over here. Charge! I'll see if I can see the cannon firing. Boom! There you go. I think it's also got a unique model for the massive stone ball it fires. Because I don't think Bombards tended to fire iron balls. I think they just tended to fire massive stone balls. So, because it was easier. Easier? Bam. Of course, it's pretty much absolute death to anything it hits, but you know. Go here. Oh, you're fleeing already. Okay. Hmm. Okay, shoot the Blessed Field Trebuchet. Yow. Bam. You see, they actually do like more damage with their arrows than you'd think. Yow. So they're not that. They're pretty good at harassing, but I haven't used them that much to really be able to get a good, a good feel for that. How's that wall coming? 36. Yeah. Ow. Boom. Bonk. I think they just hit their own wall. How much do I need for the gin? 8. Oh yes, they've also got a unique ability, Northern Fury. Which increases their stats the longer they're in melee. Yay. Get over here. Cast it on their lord again. They're actually demolishing the field trebuchets. Honk. Yay! Field trebuchet's broken. Okay, stop firing. How's that wall? 54%. Bonk. 63. Go there. And they're broken. But maybe they'll rout off the battlefield? Come on. Rout off the map. Did they? I think they did. Cool. Shoot them. Go shoot him. How? That's not bad damage against him. Wasn't much, but You're now out of ammunition. Or not.
Quipsack. Shyish.
Shoot that.
Get away.
Yeah, okay. Eh.
Chaos good.
Bonk.
Circle purple.
Come on. Take the shots from the tower. Good. You are. So they're shooting my arm. Shooting my bombard.
Chaos.
Do I want to get you in melee? Oh, gotta wait.
Quipsack.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Duxie.
They've shattered. Ooh, over there.
Chaos.
Bonk. One more.
Chaos good.
So how do you do a melee? Hey! Pretty cool. You're getting blood on my carpet. Oh. Hey, cool. Well, they broke them.
Chaos.
Wall is breached. Okay, stop firing.
Fire for now!
Nasha Wushra. Chaos good.
Summon fire!
Go there.
Zawushra. Slidowers. Quipsack.
That was just archers, but
Sabah.
get out. Get out. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Quipsack.
Okay, go over here.
Breathe them in flame.
Chuck a fireball at them. Bonk. Oh, you only killed one. Okay. Get there.
The Empire endures!
Get up there. And yeah.
Chaos.
Wee.
Quipsack. Chaos good. Quill.
Charge them. No, they destroyed my bombard. Damn it. Stupid wall towers. Blech. Ooh, actually, come to think of it. Okay. So, it doesn't have a destroyed model yet. But it's broke. How would you destroy it? It'd just fall off. Fight! The Ifrit's got the effects on him. He's got this big flaming vortex around him now, which is pretty cool. Uh-oh. That's not good. Charge my spears. Charge them.
We are Sigma's heirs! Whipsack! No! Obey!
Don't flee. Cowards. You won't halt my designs. Charge them. Pretty good. I think we're killing the cavalry. I think they're getting deaded under there. No, cataphracts. Go back there. Oh boy. No! Ifrit. Damn you. What's a dead carpet look like? Oh, it's just... Well, it's just a carpet on the ground. Don't know what I expected. Yeah, well. Damn it. Nearly. Valiant defeat. Hey, don't skip frames and don't drop frames. Pretty good, I think. For a siege. Ooh. 182 kills for our flying carpets, but they were fighting a lot of archers for most of the time. We need a better answer for their cavalry. So we don't get to see how many kills our what's it called, had our fire Ifrit, or our Ifrit had. I'm sure I got quite a few. That thing is very good against infantry. Okay. Yes, you do. Okay.
Jade magic is yours to command.
I am a lord.
Retreat back to here.
Never.
And, yep. Okay, we've upgraded that. So, I want to recruit a lord down here. I want to keep hold of El Calabud. So let's see, we'll get... We've all got the same ability. It's really quite difficult to deal with this because it's so far away. I think Bel Aliad is held by trolls? Or maybe not. Don't think it's just ruins. Don't get slaves there. I mean, it's generating us a bit more income. It's got a good garrison. End turn. Oh, that was a close siege, but just not enough. Having a ballista would help. We'd be able to get through the walls a bit faster. I think after maybe 2 hours of this, we might go on to Kolek Suneater, because this seems to be working pretty well. As I said at the beginning, this stream was mostly just so that I could test the new settings I put in for OBS, or rather, the setting changes that OBS decided was best for my computer. So, and it seems to be working pretty well so far, even while I'm streaming. What's the quality of the stream like? Let me have a look. I mean, it's a bit blurry, but just to be expected. I only stream at 720p. But yeah, that's not too bad in my opinion. Looking at it at full screen.
I hear.
I
am gone.
Go to here.
Druid.
You can get more spears. We need more spears. And Karis, you can get a point in Fireball. Go. What do you give? Tax rate plus 15%. What's the tax rate of El Calabud? 310. So 15% of 310. Oh, great. Half of that's 150. Half of that's... I don't know. 75. Yeah. Behold my terrible math. Yeah, just get those spears. As long as Virus doesn't build the garrison building, we should have an easier time of taking it. We could keep trying to lay siege to it, because laying siege to it does stop them from doing anything for a turn.
I must keep my holy vow. No!
Capture and occupy the following settlement. Virus for 500. Yeah, they've just got training field and stables in there.
Jade Wizard.
They've repaired the walls.
Yes. Who calls? Feel life flow.
What stances do you have? 50% for in camp. Okay, go here.
Trees tell me much. I will
And in camp... recruit another lord. Yeah, recruit... Yeah, that guy. There we go.
Our paths have crossed.
And... yeah, recruit another one of them. So, Sakara here is about the same as normal. Heroic Chic. He has Scorpion Carapace Armor, Falcon Scimitar, Griffin Mount, Royal Elephant Mount. Ooh. These will be cool if we get to see this at rank 12. And the usual things. But yeah, the Royal Elephants. The elephant units actually have a new model now. And I think there's different variations of it. Yeah, there's the normal elephants here. And there's the war elephant here. Which has missile attacks. So... that'll be quite cool to see. They've all got updated models. Don't know if I've shown them off on previous streams. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And
Do you take me for a churl?
you still haven't... ah, bugger. Holy Monastery of the Divine Origo. Income generated, 500. Provides garrison, 2 units of Grail Knights. Isn't it wonderful? Yay. Grail Knights. Ah. I mean, they're just cavalry. We should be able to deal with them just by filling them full of arrows, shouldn't we?
Your orders on the wind.
You dishonor me.
Do I want to attack you again? What's your garrison like? Is it still injured? Can't actually tell.
What brings you here? Be still. The power of nature is yours.
I'll get 2 more units of spears. Spears can take on Grail Knights, can't they? Sure. We could also just sit in El Hike and level it up. I kind of want to be more active than that. That could take quite a while.
Gairan whispers.
Okay, Yep.
Jade Wizard.
You still haven't increased your
My soul.
unit there. Your garrison hasn't increased in size,
Much.
aside from those 2 Grail Knights. So let's attack you again.
Their time.
It's giving us even less of a chance than before. Ah.
Death is certain.
And you come up here. Don't grunt at me.
Bury them deep.
And let's attack again. We might win this time? We'll just have to see. Realm Knights make it a bit of a problem. Knights of the Realm. I've got more spears though. Okay. What's it called? It's like banging your head against a brick wall. It does say hard at the beginning of the campaign, and I'm trying to overcome this really earlier than we're supposed to, but... Okay. Okay. Gamble. Oh. Pfft. Really? Really? Okay, fine. I guess I just won't get. I just won't get anything.
Ordnance ready.
Put it here. Go there. Spears there. And again. And that. This is a very, you know, strategically advanced formation. Known as, try not to get shot by too many of the towers at once. This is indestructible, we can't break through here. Even though it's a bit of a blind spot for these towers, I think. Like that. Like that. So... Yeah. And our lone guy is coming in off the map over there. Okay.
Great cannon ready.
Break the wall down again. Again, go up there. You come over here. And you position yourselves here. I want you to get rid of these spearmen at arms, I suppose. Ah. Grail Knights. They're lovely. The Blessing of the Lady. Physical resistance, but no magic resistance. Okay. Let's focus on getting rid of Sir John Tierwald. Thank you for missing. Cool. Well, that's that tower off. Move the basilisk, the grand bombard over there.
Yes, sir. Through to the cannon.
And then attack the wall again. Just so that you're out of range of this tower. Bam. Bonk. Don't worry, the cannonball bombard won't hit. It's been blessed so that it doesn't hurt friendly units. Yes. That's something which you can do, isn't it? Cool. Continue doing that. Oh. It's our flying carpets are shooting at them. Pow! Ow, they're shooting by flying carpets. How dare they? Let's see. Just the fact that they are able to do this is so cool. For mods and all that. Be neat maybe if there was a few like pillows on the carpet. Maybe they could have like a jar on there or something. But you know, I don't want I don't want to ask for too much considering the incredibleness of that in the first place. Okay, that's pretty good for those Grail Knights. Stop firing. Come on, shoot them. Now. Okay. I think they're better against infantry. Their attacks seem to have a bit more impact against infantry than cavalry. Bonk. No. The cloud are going off on them is the Bloodhound ability they have. Which is just -4 leadership, constant around self. While they're in melee. Which is quite nice to break units on the charge. Whee! I can imagine if you had more units of these than just one, they'd be more effective, but... yeah, charge them. Bonk. Ah, you actually killed one. Nope. Hey, hey, hey. No, there's someone, he's stuck. Help. Help. There we go. Oh, I want to cast another one. How many more points do I have? 38. I need 8 for that. 8 for this. I have 16. Cast another one. If I get rid of their lord, it's gonna impact their morale by a fair bit. One more shot. From comments I've seen in the past about artillery, I don't think there's an easy way to say an artillery piece can deal more damage versus buildings. I think the amount of damage an artillery piece does against walls is solely based on how much damage it actually does. There's no, like, bonus versus building in the game. Well. There we go. Okay. Charge in. Go in and go in and go in. Uh-oh. Ow. Behold, a djinn! Slash. Uh-oh. Ow. E. Hey, that went pretty well. Charge them. Ow. Jeez, that's a lot of text up there. It doesn't actually fit into the box. Oh, damn it! You're just flee. Ah. Ow. Boom. Bonk. I think that just bounced off a trebuchet. That's a very solid trebuchet. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, they're getting stuck on stakes. Bam! This isn't going much better than last time, is it? Oh, actually, he does have the effect around his feet. There it is. It's that little red bit. It only appears during a battle? Okay. Come on, Sir John Tearwald is one guy. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Good. Ow. Oh, well, you broke all of the, what's it called? That's pretty cool. Bam! Maybe it's not so hope. Maybe it's not so close to being a defeat yet. I don't know what to do about this guy. Focus on the rest of the army, I suppose. And just ignore him. Seems like the best choice. Yow. Good, good. They're all broken. Don't go into the stakes because you're a large target. Yeah, just keep shooting the Grail Knights, I suppose.
Stay close, lads. It's gonna get bloody.
Tink. Ow.
As King will. Chaos good. Fire.
Just die!
Aquipsa.
Ow!
Fire. Sawushra. Aquipsa. Sawushra. Squipsack.
Go over here. Oh, there goes the Ifrit. Poop. Don't want you attacking him.
Chaos good. Quipsack. Aka Akbar. Suez. Chaos.
Well. Again, it was a good attempt, but, in the end, it wasn't enough, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you did. You came back.
Take the ground. Sawushra.
Yep. Well. Ah, another valiant defeat. 119 kills was the Flying Carpets. 60 kills was Jafar. 5. I mean, we're getting experience out of this, so. And we're keeping them weak. 173 from their Holy Field Trebuchet. Yeah, again, looking pretty good for my stream stat-wise. Hooray! Ah. $16 kills for the Bombard. Oh, we actually lost. Oh no, we lost our Flying Carpets and our Cataphracts. Well.
Bury them.
Ah. Oh, we got a soldier. Siege holdout time +2. Incompetent besieger. Oh, come on. Sieges are hard. This one has no idea. Yeah, they are hard, but Wah. Okay, move back over to here. Move back to here. Get the burning head. And you can get... I think I'll go for the Withering. -8 leadership and -30 armor. Soul Blight. Darkness. Bit of Shades would be nice as well. Yeah, get Spirit Leech. Okay. End turn. I think you should get Incompetent Besieger for having 2 valiant defeats. I haven't gotten that before. I probably have. Ah. That's certainly not going to help my army. Okay, go into El Hike. We can just disband you for the moment. And... yeah, just recruit units, I suppose. How's El Hike looking in terms of population? 10 more turns and we'll have level 2 there. Said I kind of want to demolish this. So that we could build the farms there.
You may speak before my shield bearers and on the Oath Stone.
Can we trade with you?
Only because I must.
Yeah, we can trade with you potentially.
The trees tell me much.
Yeah, just get more spears, I suppose. We'll make an army of cheap spears to defend El Hike, and we'll sit here for a while. Since I'm really not having much luck in this.
Orders.
How much do we need for this 3,200?
Battle wizard.
Can I send you down here to search the ruins? Have a look what's in Bel Aliad. I'm not getting chaos corruption, so it might actually be empty.
Quiet. Listen. Gairan whispers.
Yeah, just hold on this for the moment. End turn. Knights of the Flame declare war on the Blooded Axe tribe.
Ready to
Okay, what's in Bel Aliad?
spoken. I serve no master.
Ooh. Apparently there's no one, so we could actually just take it. This one. Okay, so it's facing that way. What's that? Standard to discipline and plus 1,000. Hey. Yay.
Ready?
Get the Burning Head level 2.
Our paths have crossed.
You're building up your army now. And you got Knights of Origo. Peace and justice! Yeah, sure. Great. Three more turns.
What brings you here?
I'd need 2,500 to colonize that. Intef, I'm going to set you down there to colonize Bel Aliad down there. Since it's not owned by anyone. Watch as I nearly get there and then it gets taken by another faction. Oh, hello. Trade agreement. Yeah, sure. Make use of that plus 25% trade bonus we get. Okay, head down there.
What do you want of me? My throng stands
Can you
ready.
get a non-aggression pact with you? Nope. Okay.
The trees tell me much.
I mean, how much could you colonize them for? 1,300. I
keep my
could.
holy vow. No!
Jade wizard.
How many more turns? 7.
Our paths have crossed.
Yep.
The nation calls.
Oh, Colobud. We could get the slave market to increase our income by 375 and also get us Chaka slaves, which are expendable. They're not too bad. 26 melee attack and 16 melee defense for 40 upkeep, 30 armor. Their leadership's pretty terrible. They're not as bad as zombies or Nurgles Afflicted with their like 9 and 6 melee attack and defense, which is pretty terrible. Okay. Now, Sword of Cain's been claimed. Go take Bel Aliad.
I refuse.
Settle. And build Naia. So, what do we get here? Several unique buildings. 3, actually. Yes, this one. Excavation of Bel Aliad, the Lost City of Spices. Once famed for its spice trade in both Nehekara and Araby, Bel Aliad was destroyed by Ark the Black and left in ruin. Yet there remains great riches to be had in the Lost City of Spices for those with the will to seek it. Produces sandstone, emeralds, minus 10 diplomatic relations with Tomb Kings, and plus 5% magic item drop chance. This Portal of Twilight. What's this? A nameless horror lives behind its border. A land that knows no other a land that knows no other will than that of its tyrannical gods. Many have passed through it, but none have been able to return. Plus 50 diplomatic relations with chaos. Minus 2 public order faction-wide. Plus 5 chaos corruption. Plus 3 chaos corruption in adjacent provinces. Minus 50 diplomatic relations with men, high elves, and lizardmen. That's a very odd building. I suppose it's just if you want to ally with chaos, you build that. Gardens of Bel Aliad. The glory of the past rises here in what was the most beautiful wonder in the world. The Guardians of Bel Aliad. Its visions is a reflection of what Araby once was, the greatest human civilization in the world. Medicinal plants, public order plus 3, public order plus 5, growth plus 15, faction-wide, growth plus 50. Untainted plus 10, and untainted plus 3 in all regions. Quite nice. Also gold smelter. That's how we get money. Interesting buildings. I suppose this is like a choice. Kind of heavily weighed towards this, because this actually gives bonuses, whereas this is just corruption and diplomacy. Which I suppose would be useful if you want to ally with chaos. I feel like it should give you something else. Along with it, just to like sweeten the deal, as it were. It doesn't tie into any of his items, does it? Like, oh, you have to build this building before you can get something. No, I don't think so. We already get this, which is plus 60. So, like, I'd expect it to give us Winds of Magic or something. Oh well. Ah. Hey, Gorger, how's it going? Or Gouger? Bio trolls. Fun! Lovely! Fantastic! I love it. Don't change a thing. I'm gonna have to march my army down there to deal with the trolls. Da 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 da. Yep. You can go into Jafar's army. And turn. When do you attack El Hike? I don't really plan on this being a full playthrough of Araby. It's just a brief look at them for the moment. I was saying it's more just so that I can test my streaming settings, which seems to be working just fine. Who calls? Okay, trolls. You can go up to El Hike. You can go to here. I feel we should be able to deal with you if you decide to attack us. There are a bunch of trolls. I've got fire magic, but I don't have flaming swords of ruin, which would help greatly. Giving us flaming attacks at our missile troops. My preferred method of dealing with trolls. I'll just move our heroic Sheik back to El Hike. Did also spend a fair bit of today setting up things on my other hard drive, because I've been planning for a while to swap over hard drives, because the one I'm currently using is rather old. And just to avoid any potential, my hard drive's suddenly dead. being a bit lax on setting it up because it's such a pain having to do so.
Jade Wizard.
Okay, but it's one thing which you just sort of have to get done before disaster strikes, is the plan,
Our paths have crossed.
preferably. Okay. Get out of here, trolls. What are they? File trolls, stone trolls, southern trolls, and gouger. Let's go troll hunting. I haven't done that for a while. Ugh. Battle was but another perverse pleasure, one that must be indulged in the finest way possible. Prince Sigvald. Oh, we're fighting in a little canyon. We've got the fire Ifrit too, so yeah. It might be nice if the Ifrits actually came with like effects around them, where they like enchanted your units. So if you summon the fire Ifrit, it gives the units around it flaming attacks. If you summon an air Ifrit, perhaps it increases the range of your archers around it, and maybe the speed of your units. Water Ifrits, or water Jinn. I don't know, maybe they could deal damage around them, drowning people, something like that. I'm glad I didn't lose my giant great bombard. Grand bombard. Okay. Shoot the bile trolls. Actually, no, shoot the stone trolls. Ooh. Actually, let's have a look at the trolls. I think we've seen them since they had their model changes, but just going over it again. The stone trolls have better texture work done to them. Looks nicer than it was a while ago. Southern trolls, still just tiny trolls. Quite fast though. Bile trolls, I think they look the same. And more southern trolls. And there's also their lord, who looks very fleshy. Got 4 eyes too. And Kolek Sunny's hammer. Bonk! Oof. Well, that didn't kill the troll. But it probably felt that. Whoa. Yeah, just shoot Gouger. Gouger? Yeah. Gorger? Gouger? Whatever. Gouger. Boom. Bonk. Hey, that killed one. Okay. Bonk. And just keep shooting down the trolls. Trolls are scary, but once they start fleeing... Particularly the stone trolls. Music just cut out. Oh, there we go. Charge! And there we go. Come on, any more which you can kill now, we won't have to deal with later.
Pick your targets!
Shoot them! Pow! Boom. You missed! Wow. Ugh, repulsive things. Okay. Decisive victory. It makes me feel better after all the lost sieges. Only killed 26 of them. And chased down the resting. I may be small, but I'm strong. Hell, 10 years in this game of mine makes you damn strong. If I get in close, I can snap their puny necks like a twig. I can teach you Emperor boys a thing or two about it. That's as sure as mutton. Let's see. Oh, our, oh yeah, because he chucked a fireball. Our bright wizard killed one troll with a fireball. 1-0-1-3-0-0-9-0-1-0-3-5 and 1. Bombard didn't really deal too much damage. It's not really, it's not for field combat. It's for sieges. I feel maybe it should have some missile defense if it's for sieges. Just so that if the enemy... I was going to say just to defend it against enemy towers, but I don't know if the enemy if the towers work the same as normal missile units. We don't actually have a way to get slaves. Interesting. Maybe it's in work. Maybe it's in progress. Execute the captives. Okay, you can't even chase them down. Get... Soulblight? Doom and Darkness? I like Doom and Darkness. But you have to overcast it to get area effect. Soulblight's more useful during a battle. Get Doom and Darkness. And you can get Flaming Sword of Ruin. Go.
Battle wizard, I go.
And you can go back up to Bel Aliad. Build the slave market there.
Quiet. Listen.
And end turn. Ooh, we've got a population surplus here, do we? No more war, but we'll be back. Sure. Non-aggression pact? Fine, the gods like it, so I do too. Trolls. Maybe we can manipulate them to attacking our enemies.
What brings you here?
I am the Lord of Bretonia. Never.
The trees tell me much.
Okay, go into Bel Aliad.
Silence!
Oh, we've just got one more point. Okay. Is this the great? No, that's the coast of Araby. This is the Great Desert. Right. I suppose we're just waiting on these buildings to be finished up, so let's do that. Once we get that gold building and it all leveled up here, we'll be able to reinforce and build up our armies much further. We've got 2 more turns until we can get the Medina Sa'ilia. Yeah, one more turn and we'll get all those buildings. And, yep. Just end turn. I think I'll just wait 2 more. I'll just wait the extra turns and, then start upgrading our hike. Because having a higher level main capital there will be more beneficial than, I think recruiting other units in the long run. It will also improve the garrison there, so we won't have to be as worried about defending it. They'll probably come and attack me in the meantime. Oh, did Zandri just take... Yeah, they took Pools of Despair. Okay. You can get Flaming Sword of Ruin level 2. Or the Burning Head level 3. -2 cost, -3 cost for Overcast. You get Kindle Flame. That will increase the damage it does. Because it's map wide. Yeah, okay. End turn. And then we can start upgrading our hike. So much for having a quick storm of the coast of Araby region. Ah, well. Suppose having some elephants in our army will make a huge difference in the sieges. I feel like it would be possible. That field trebuchet they've got's really a massive pain because it's just surrounded by cavalry and you can't deal with it in any real easy way.
Our paths have crossed.
Okay. Get that. I think people are working also on a unique battle map for our hike as well. That will take 4 turns. Get Promethean hatchlings from the Merchant Wolf. Okay. And Bel Aliad, we can get guardhouse or the fields. Paved roads would be nice just to increase our travel distance. Or we could get some scout cavalry. Ballista. Caravan workshop. Or ballista workshop or caravan stop. They're both called the same thing. We should probably go for the elephants, really. 350, there's 1 in the squad. War elephants, there's 1 in the squad. That's actually changed. There used to be 2 in a squad. Now there's just 1 in the squad. How much is that? 600 to 900. How much is it to upgrade that? 2,000. Yeah, get that. More money means bigger armies. And since we're not being really attacked by anyone down here, though I'm still worried a bit about the public order. Corruption's causing -3. That's my own greedy fault, but they were just giving money away. With no downside. No downside at all. Oh, hello. Let us cooperate. A treaty between those that live and those who have died. No. You're at war with my one trade partner, the Arabian prospectors. This will be your undoing. They say that, they'll just Zandri just goes kaboof. We can actually take pools of despair now. A tribute.
I hear. What brings you here?
So what's here?
Everything dies.
Crypt ghouls, skeleton spears, zombies.
Orders.
Get Sharkus slaves. And I suppose we'll attack pools of despair next turn. I would like to add this region to my repertoire.
I am gone.
Go here. And get the slaves. There we go. Looks like they were raised by chaos. It's a chaos ring. Was it the trolls which went up there to destroy them? Sector of the Imperishable is trespassing. Damn you, Setra! Go away. Get your well-preserved butt out of here. I suppose we've got to find out which is better, my slaves or their zombies. We get builder. Yay. Get a gold mine. It's a gold mine.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
Go to here.
Walk this earth.
In camp. Get a unit of slaves. Hey, it's Muncher. There's Gouger. Where's Cetra going? Now, ask a stupid question. He's probably going to defeat, Ark and the Black. Heroic Sheik. Let's have a bit more of a look which they get. What do they get? So they get the Scorpion Carapace armor, which gives them plus 15 armor, plus 10% speed, 5% physical resistance, 5% ward save, and perfect vigor. Which is very nice. It is said that armor fashioned from the carapace of the Dune Scorpion is stronger and lighter than any metal variety. It's like a Unkeg armor, I suppose. Falcon Scimitar. A fine blade presented to Arabian warriors who have proved themselves in battle, gaining them respect from all. Public Order plus 2. Local Province plus 12 armor-piercing damage, plus 6% weapon strength, magical attacks, and plus 4 leadership for the Lord's Army. That's nice. Gets a Griffin and a Royal Elephant, of course. Protector of Order, yeah, or Machinator, which gives him regeneration, actually, up on the top level. I'm pretty sure I knew that before. Mortality, usual. I think this is all the same. Yep. But we've got this one. Crescent Amulet. I don't think this was like this last time. I think Crescent Amulet was just an item you got up the top here. This strange mystical amulet allows wearer magical power, but it is a heavy burden some cannot bear. Minus 10% miscast base chance. Spreads chaos corruption. And magic resistance 15%. Gives him access to the spells Fireball, the Amber Spear, Flame Storm, Wizard's Wild Form. Also gets evasion, then Life Bloom, which is alright. I don't know how much this heals. 5 seconds. It probably only heals like 100 hit points. Map wide, but, you know. And Jinn Hunter. Summons a Fire Jinn. So he gets the ability like Sultan Jafar gets, eventually. Which is quite nice. Firing Presence, that's the same. Route Marcher, that's the same. Irrepressible, Lightning Strike, Lordly Conqueror, Alert, and Renowned and Feared. Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, you'd have to suffer from Chaos Corruption, but... Do we have many buildings which can, protect from Chaos Corruption? Get Inspiring Presence. Let me see. That doesn't. That one doesn't. This is the one I'm focusing on more because this is from the actual OVN Lost Factions mod. This one's from another mod I have, which adds landmarks around the campaign map. Saltworks, no, no, no. It's interesting. This building here, actually, the Sultan's Bombard Forges, it lowers public order by 1. I believe that's because of the sort of hesitancy for Arabians to use the gunpowder or something like that. Since it wasn't like a major aspect of their armies, other than, I think, the mounted Jezzails. That gives income. Minus 50 for maintenance cost. That seems a bit weird. Oh, it's adding it up to there. Okay. But it's still kind of weird. Because it's like 350. Okay. And then you upgrade it again. And it's 425. But then it's got a maintenance cost of minus 50. Yeah, I understand that it's... I suppose it's sort of representing that the giants are taking some of the money. But... So this is only really increasing it by 25. Because it's going up to 375 minus the 50. So... It just seems like it would be easier just to have that visual representation of... You know, some of it going to the giants, but... Yeah. This gives Untainted. Minus 9. Plus 9. Yeah, plus 6. +9. Also golden idols. This gives cannon barrage at the max level, which is pretty nice. Star Fort. Caspar. That's the usual building. That's the same. That's the same. This only increases public order. So the only buildings you really have is the Wizard's Palace to combat Untainted. It's quite a lot. +8. But, yeah. Okay. End turn. And I think we'll go attack Pools of Despair, and then I'll have a brief break. And we'll come back with some Warhammer 2 Total War Kolek Sun Eater, since their stream seems to be going perfectly fine. With these settings. What's my CPU using? 14%. Can maybe even increase it up to 60 FPS. Maybe. I'm hesitant to put it too high because I don't know. Going. Okay. What have you got here? 18 units, along with the garrison. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it is. Okay, we've got a lot of ghouls, some skeletons, zombies, and more skeletons and zombies. Let's go blast some undead to pieces. Ugh. It is better to take your own life than to fall into the hands of the Kurgan. Oh, Althaus, Imperial Pikeman. Imperial Pikeman! One of a kind! The rare Imperial Pikeman. There's probably some quotes from the rule books about, you know, there's probably a quote from one of the rule books from an Imperial Pikeman, even though there's no pikeman on the tabletop. Do we want to go over here or over here? I'm gonna go over here. Hey, slaves. Do this. Archers. You can go like this. Jazales, you can go up on that hillside there. Jafar, you can go there. You can go here. Yeah. There's a cliff in your way. You can't really chuck a fireball over that, can you? There you go. And a bombard. There's no good spot. Unless I stuck it over here. That's perfectly fine, isn't it? It's just like on its side. We'll put it back here. Actually, we should put it somewhere close by because there's going to be the Fellbats which are attack it. So it can go like that.
Great cannon!
There we go. Okay, there and there. There we go.
Great cannon! By Ulrich's wrath! Chaos good!
Are you going to attack me? Do you feel like you have a good chance? Or it's a Skellings? Zombies stumbling along the desert sands. And the ghouls. Ooh. I like those ghouls. I like the greeny grey they have. It's nice. Yeah. Are you shooting the fellbats? Don't shoot the fellbats. Shoot the skeleton warriors over there. Oh. What did you hit? You didn't get any kills. I think you just bounced it off the top of the hill there. Ew. Bam! I mean, it does a fair amount of damage versus infantry. Just whatever it hits dies.
I am a pyromancer.
You are.
I channel.
Blah, 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 blah. Boo! Splat, 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 splat. Well, kinda did a fair bit of damage.
My Ulrich's wrath. The winds blow hot. On our way.
Charge, slaves! Oh, we haven't actually seen the slaves. I don't think they've changed from last I saw them. No, they look about the same. Just sort of axes and swords and shields. I think the shields are actually some of the ones which the infantry used to have, but they now have all the wooden shields, which looks a bit better. Go on. Attack them! Hurrah! Whoosh! How's it going? There's a crypt ghoul. Bam. Okay. Charge in. Hit him with a cannonball. You can shoot him. You can charge in. You can charge in. Get stuck in! Wham! That's pretty cool looking. Let's see. Yeah. So I zoom back a bit, get the frit into shot. It's just blood splats everywhere. You can kind of see the effort. There's just this massive flaming pillar in the background. Oh, he's not ready to focus now. Not from behind. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, you got the zombie, it's like, ah, my eyes. It burns. How much do you need for this? 10.
Chaos good. Kindle flame.
No. Life drain him. Get back here, slaves.
Chaos. Quinzac. Up. Sawushra. Find the enemy.
Well, he's dead.
Chaos good.
And with him dead, his armies will crumble.
Chaos.
There we go. Blup, 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 blup. Oops. Hey. Close victory. Really? I suppose. 120 kills from our, Jazales. Suppose they were just shooting zombies the whole time. Easy headshots. 112 from our, Bright Wizard. 48 for Jafar. When he gets stuck into combat, he's really not that bad. He just needs some more armor. Uh, 69, 87, 88, 77, 52, 57, 74, 106, 65, 6, 29, 8, 5, 68, 33, 133, 89, and 15. I feel like the Bombard would have more of an effect against infantry because it's massive cannonball, but it seems like it hits the ground and doesn't bounce too far. Okay. Ooh, actually, look at that. We've got some new images down here. Probably from various other settings. These wouldn't be drawings from Warhammer. At least none which I recognize. Yeah, that one looks specifically historical. Jihad. This land once belonged to our people. We reclaim it in the name of Araby and name of our gods. Loot and occupy. You gain wealth from looting. We also get some slaves from that. Oh, look at that. Reclaim sacred Arabian ground. People rejoice and flock into your armies. +5 public order. All provinces and recruitment cost. -40% of all armies. Holy warriors. Your army will gain the following effects. These mighty warriors have reclaimed sacred Arabian lands. They are lauded as heroes and blessed by the gods. Plus 10% ward save. -35% upkeep for all units and +10 leadership. 8 turns. That's very nice. Loot and occupy. We get some slaves, which I still don't know how that would affect our income. But we haven't got a building to convert the slaves to generating money. I'm going to have to ask about that. There's probably a base amount of income slaves generate. But I wouldn't know what that is. Demand offering. Raise. Oh, we'll get reclaim it. There we go. Scepter stability. +44% magic resistance. That's pretty nice. And an initiate. Untainted +3. Okay, so what do we get in Pools of Despair? No unique buildings. Let's build the Korea Saghira. I apologize. My pronunciation is most likely terrible. Would definitely be terrible, we could say comfortably. Build fields. Increase the growth rate here.
Orders.
Karis, you can get invasion, and Sultan Jafar. You can get Light Doom and Darkness, Veda Buna, Purple Sun, Zeros, Locos Mystifying Miasma. I'm going to get Doom and Darkness level 3 for the cost reduction. So yeah, that's actually reducing the income for our army by a fair bit. Only that army though, so that's something to keep in mind. Get the other slave market, I suppose, for more income. Or we could go for the Black Tower of Aachen and finish the set of the Great Desert of Araby. Interesting. Well, I think I'll end turn, and we'll call it, at least for the Araby campaign, for this session. Well, campaign, I say. It was really only, as I've said a few times, it's really only, I was really only doing this just to see how my settings were going, and they seem to be going perfectly fine. For OBS and streaming. At least I haven't heard any complaints about the quality of the stream. So I assume it's going pretty well. What do you say? Complaints about the quality of the stream? Well, he's always complaining. Yeah, it looks fine to me. But I mean, that was the problem. For me, it was looking fine. But other people were saying it was really laggy. But I haven't had any skip frames due to encoding lag at all, which is impressive. So, yes. Okay. I'll hike. What would we be able to build here? I think we'll go straight for the caravan stop, because I want to get the elephants. Yep. So, we'll get that. And I will save it here. And we will call it for the for the very short Araby campaign here. I might continue with this, we'll see. Since there's quite a few changes and Araby is quite a bit more fleshed out than they were last time I played as them. Anyway. So yes, I'll... As I said, we'll stop with Araby here, and I'm going to have a brief break, and then I'll be back with some Warhammer 2 Total War again, Colex Sun Eater. But we'll continue with that campaign, because I feel confident doing that now that the recording is going fine. So thank you for joining me for this video, which I'll probably put up on YouTube anyway, as it seems to have gone without a hitch. And